Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. I have with me again a very special guest with a special name also. Svenk, yes. Aryo, Aryo,
Aryo.
yes. Good Swedish name, yes. So, how are you doing?
Very good, very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, it's
Thanks
so
for having me.
lovely. Yeah, sorry.
I said, thanks for having me.
Yeah. I want to thank you so much for giving me your time to talk. We had some technical difficulties, but we bridged those gaps. So can you tell me a little bit about what you do? What is your profession, if you can call it that?
Very good. Yes, I live in Canada, actually. I live in Vancouver, British Columbia. It's west coast of the continent, just above Seattle.
Yes.
And we are very fortunate here with the nice weather. I personally do architecture. I learned to help my clients with the design of their home that makes them more comfortable and gives them the comfort of the life that they want through the environment that they design for them. I've been doing this for over 35 years. During this process, I learned a lot from each of my clients. Depends on their needs, how to achieve a better lifestyle by designing or having or building a home. Sometimes you're happy when you buy a brand new car. Your wheel is all you need to make you happy. Sometimes when you're even younger, a bicycle or even motorbicycle would be something that keeps you happy and gives you the joy that you're looking for. But when you get older and your desires are different and your ambitions are different,
Yes.
your home is what makes you proud of what you are, who you are, and what you achieve. It's a symbol of your achievements in your life, the steps that you took you to the place that you are. So I helped many different clients in different walk of life. Some of them were older, some of them were younger. Within the last several years, I helped some a bit older generations who they were basically above 60, and they were thinking of either renovating their existing home to make it more suitable for their older age, or I was building a new one for them or designing a new home for them that to transfer their life to that stage. Because as we grow up, as we live our life, there are times that each stage of our life requires certain different things that makes us happy, or we enjoy of our life. Like when you're younger, some outdoor activities could make you happy, or going to a casino. I don't know, name it, whatever makes you happy. But when you get the more age you get in, your excitement, your happiness would be different. Even if you're, let's say, if you're a person who wants to go to travel all the time and visiting all over the place, the way that you do in the 20th, or when you're in 20s or 30s or 50s, are different than when you do in the 60s.
Yes.
The same thing when you have children, or when you grow up, you're raising your children, is a whole lot different mentality. As a result, things that you need are going to be different. Your home is going to be different. You're not going to have the same type of house that you live in your younger or then in your older. When you're older, the time changes for you, and as a result, your physics change as well. So we got to design our home according to your age you are in. that was basically the reason that helped me to understand what are my clients looking for, and over helping them over years, and experiencing different clients, it helped me to write my book, which basically, here you go. This is the name of the book.
Beyond Ages, yes.
Beyond Ages, a smooth transition to independent living. So yeah, this helped me a lot to write the book, and the book is about stories of my clients and what you can do to make your living space much more suitable for your life when you're aging over 60s. Some of them explains about like, for example, your bathrooms, your doorways, your hallways, your kitchen, your things like that. And besides that, there's some physical aspects of how you have to keep your body safe, but at the same time, mentally. Mental issues are one of the most important things that humanity is facing. We don't pay good enough attention, and then especially when you get older, you get depressed. I mean, depression is simply something common even within teenagers. But sometimes we face it differently, or we solve the problems differently. When you get older, even if you don't do anything about it, you get aged faster, or you get the earlier death because of that. So my mission is to make sure to send the message to as many people as possible to understand how they can live a happier life by just switching their living space to make it more inspiring to them, to the way that speaks to them and gives them the joy that they want. See, everybody has a different way to enjoy their life. But unfortunately, when you get older, we have less ways to find those enjoyments, or we just forget about them. Things become routine. Things that we were enjoying in earlier life, it might not be as exciting for you, but we get to open up those areas of our mind that it's been forgotten, and give them back, give them a new life, and have them to grow, to be raised again in a different era of our life.
Yeah, so thank you so much for that long and great introduction. So what do you say? I'm going to say something really childish to you, but I think it's pertinent to the conversation. I'm going to break all that, the building, shall we say. I'm going to destroy the foundations that you built of the buildings, the philosophical building. And I'm going to say that if you have a client and they want this and they want that, and then someone says we can buy this in IKEA, what do you say to them?
Okay, you can buy anything off the shelf as well. Anything can be bought off shelf, and sometimes you can build the combination of this off shelves if you have an intelligence behind it. It's you cannot just build a jigsaw puzzle with different pieces, and our life is like a jigsaw puzzle. It has to connect the dots together. Sometimes a piece from IKEA can be very good combination from a piece from other store. The point is, find your sweet spot in your home, find your own personal happiness, and see how you can exaggerate that happiness and show it in your living space and make it happen.
Yeah.
There are times that the finances are limitation, and we cannot just go and
yes,
buy everything that we want.
Of course.
but you don't have to break the bank to get what you want. Some small details, some small like paints and just a picture of your, good time of your life could make a difference. What I've done in my case, for example, you see a big screen TV behind me.
Yes.
And I love nature. I love traveling. I like to see greenery or anything. It doesn't have to be greenery. I like nature in general. So it didn't cost a whole lot to hang a TV in my room, and having those scenes that it inspires me running over and over. It's for some people could be the pictures of their family, the travels they did, or the picture of a car or something. Anything that, if some people would be pictures of girls, or some girls like some pictures of boys, or whatever, it can make them happy. So and it doesn't have to, as I said, doesn't have to be so luxurious.
So you basically are an interior design, if I get that right.
Not necessarily. I'm a home designer. What does that mean is architectural, a combination of architectural and interior. It's crossover, let's say.
Yeah, it's very important to be the architect and to understand your clients, and it is very hard. It is very hard to build a home which is a sort of a masterpiece, the masterpiece that fits the clientele. Yes. So how do you question the clients? How do you get the information, get the vibe of the person to actually know, because it's very, very crucial to not make a mistake. Yeah.
We go through a discovery sessions with them, asking their a little bit of personal questions, things that makes them happy. The challenge mostly is not the design. The challenge is to know what keeps the client happy. What makes what I'm looking for to understand from the clients is not their moments today. I like to know their goals of tomorrow. I want to know what they are looking for in 5 years, what keeps them motivated for their work. Because our living space has a tremendous amount of effect on our to our performance, how we communicate with our colleagues, our co-workers in the work, our peers in the work, with our family, our spouses. So we don't appreciate the amount of details that involve to make a home much more positive to our life than it should be. As I mentioned, the challenge is there are times that my clients that they don't know themselves well enough. So that is going to be a bigger challenge to let them to discover themselves. Because all they say, okay, I want to build a house. Why? I have to know myself. But hey, if you don't know who you are of your own personality, if you don't know what makes you happy, how do you expect just to build? I'm not going to build a box for you. I'm going to build a home that you're going to live there, wake up in the morning and go to your work, having party or having friends over, or being proud of who you are and everything. So this has to be from you, not from me. What I'm doing and discovering you, and then present it to you back in a different shapes in the house, in the room, every single thing that could be possible. So the discovery is the most important part.
Yes. So I'm interested to think, because not all houses are alike, and not all clientele would like to live in the same kind of house as their neighbor. Maybe they want to show off and they want to express their riches and to show people that their coffers are full and their bank accounts are.
I don't like it to say it that way. I don't like it to say, because I don't like to promote to
No, I'm not. I didn't get to my point yet. Don't worry. I'm
Yeah.
just. Yeah, it's just a small prologue. Yeah. So, my point is, did you have one particular project that was like your pet peeve, that was your passion project, that you, it was your ninth symphony, shall we say?
I have several actually. Every time that I build a beautiful home, there are times that um, I have so much limitations by the environment around that I can't do much about it. But yes, I have several houses that I built. Some of them, some of the clients were so private that I couldn't even take a picture of. They didn't want to. Even when I say that there is a show off, it's not just a matter of show off. You're celebrating your success. So as a matter of fact, that's what I'm saying. I had some clients that they want the best for themselves with of course a limited budget, but at the same time they didn't want to been seen by others. So that's why even they didn't allow me to take a picture of the things that I created for them.
Yes.
To put it in my website.
It's very painful. It's very painful not to be able to remember your work. Yeah,
I have the design on everything, but I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to.
Yeah. So, what are the things that you take into consideration beyond the landscape and beyond the clientele? Is there some kind of vision that you see? Maybe the lighting, maybe the area, maybe you have some kind of vision for this particular house to be a little bit special, not just a driveway and a two-story house, something more special. Yeah.
Number one consideration for me is environment. How this building that I'm designing and building for my clients have environmental impact to minimize the impact to the climate by reducing the energy consumption. That is number one. And then from there on, we move forward toward to things that keeps the client happy, to meet the colors, the lighting, how the lighting comes in. I like to maximize the light coming in. I love sunlight, and the sun is the source of energy that it's keeps us alive. And I try to maximize the observation of the sun to our lives, to our living space. The area that we have to save. So by bringing bigger windows, we can bring more light. But at the same time, there are areas that we don't have, like for example, north side that there's no sun exposure. We remove the big windows and make it as small as possible. And the rest is combination. The rest is a combination of color, beauty, functionality. Because I know one of the most important thing for me is having the proper functionality. I don't design a room, put just the measurements to see, okay, if it's going to work or not. If I have to put a window, I will put all the furniture on the room as well to see if we have the right circulation pattern for the clients to maximize the use of the space, because there's no point that we build like several square foot of a house, or I think where you are would be square meters. Then the name is, this is like a 5,000 square feet. But when you're really using it, it's just not really giving you the 5,000 square feet, because the design has not been there, and the rooms are not really furnishable. You cannot furnish the home properly. So those are all the things that I really take into consideration.
So did you think about doing something to design something bigger, maybe not something functional, not some kind of art exhibition, but something functional, but on a bigger scale, shall we say?
Yes, I've done like a 12,000 square feet house. So see, when you're designing a house smaller, everything is you just gonna make sure that they're compacted, and your mindset is like you're gonna go with the minimum, like a minimum hallway, minimum bathrooms, minimum kitchen size, because you just have to compact all the necessities in the area that you have. But when everything gets larger, then you come all of a sudden end up having a whole lot of more space. And I remember the house that I built for another client was each floor was about 5,500 square feet each floor, and the bedrooms. I remember there was some of the bedrooms that I designed was the size of the whole floor of a house in the other part of the town. So you get to then when you have that kind of freedom, you want to make sure that you're giving that comfort they want as well. It's not just space, but you gotta make each corner of the building functional and not feeling that is a waste of the space. It's just that is another part that you gotta bring the art of the design, space design, basically.
Yeah, so I don't want to ask you that, but it just came up to my mind. Were there clients who were not satisfied with the final product?
Not necessarily, because the way that I run my business is communication. Communication is the base of all my basically work. I remember there was a time that, especially when you become a bigger house, before we build walls, we did the exterior of the wall, so we did the building shell, and then we were doing the interior. At that time, I was the project manager as well, so I went to the client. I asked the framer to lay down the walls that we're gonna put in the building before even we build every single walls. We did those individual rooms, where the washroom is gonna go, where the closet is gonna go, where all the bed is gonna go, and everything. So the client came and take a look, say, "Oh, hey, I didn't expect my washroom is gonna be like that. I wanted this, I wanted that." Okay, these are the communication. If I was not doing it and I was building the wall, it was already built, all the material been used, then what would have happened? The client would be, "Hey, I'm not happy." Then we have to remove everything. And I see a lot of places that people that contractors or designers that happens to them on a daily basis. They build, finish it, and the homeowner say, "I don't like it." So the point is having the right communication in the right time. That makes a big difference. The client can envision, and besides that is the way that we design. We make sure we have all the tools to present it to client. Like we have the goggles that a client can see the virtual reality, and then we have a 3D rendering that people can see, our clients can see what is going to be the final product before they start the digging the ground. So that is going to be a lot more helpful to know and envision, then there's not going to be any problem.
Yeah, I want to thank you so much for this lovely talk. Are you
Aryo
also Aryo?
Yes, you got it.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes, finally, on the last try, on the last minute of our talk. It's been lovely talking with you, and I will have a lot of different questions about design next time, hopefully, when we talk.
Okay, I just want to mention, if anybody is interested on the book, call the website that
Beyond Ages, yes.
Beyond-ages.com.
Yes.
From there, it takes them to the Amazon. They can buy out of Amazon.
Yeah, thank you so much. Aryo.
Nice talking to you. Have a good one.
Bye.